Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. Today we'll be making this little Father's Day gift packet. It's made with the diaper pouch design. This is nothing new, but I thought I just would show how that we could give a gift to some of the men in our lives. I know that we always think of our lady friends and our sisters and moms liking to have things in packages, and I think that the guys do too. They're just not as vocal, or in my case demanding, that they receive things in pretty pouches. So like this Father's Day pouch, it's like, you could put in a couple of their favorite treats. Got some homemade chocolate chip cookies. There's the diaper fold pouch that's by itself. And, here's a little gift card, that maybe you could, sneak in there too. So we'll show how to make that. But I think it's time that the guys in our lives get a nice little treat as well. So we'll be back and we'll get started making this pouch. Okay, for our pouch, what we're going to need is a square piece of cardstock. It can be any square size at all. This one happens to be an 8.5 by 8.5. We'll need some designer paper. This is from the Island Oasis. That's the designer paper in the Summer Mini. And I've got some coordinating cardstock. So the coordinating cardstock is Oat Olive, Pumpkin Pie, and Whisper White. So we'll be using this color palette to make our diaper fold card. And how you get started making the card, just a real quick reminder, this is again nothing new, but you score it from one of the diamond points from point to point, and I know this is a little bit off camera, but I'm going to go ahead and score the diamond in half, or actually it's the rectangle at an angle. And it's called a diaper fold because when you fold it up, it looks like a diaper. And when I take the point of it, you can come all the way down, and if you do, you'll just need to trim off the bottom like I did here, but that's, one way that you can do it is just take it all the way down to the bottom. Otherwise, take it about 3/4 of the way down, and, there's really no right or wrong method of how far down you go. It just depends on how you want your pouch to end up. Let me go ahead and see if we can't do this facing you. So this is how it looks so far. Again, we folded it up and then put the point down to a certain degree. And then you take the corner and come up to your fold line. And I like to do it where it's right up against like the edge of it. I'm going to just start breaking down the fibers of that. And we'll do the same thing with the other side. I'm going to have it face me for just a second. And again, this is such nice thick cardstock that, and I suppose you could pre-fold it or pre-score it. It'd probably make it a little, just break down the fibers that much more. Okay, so then when you fold, so we folded both of our kind of the wings inward, and then you just bring your point back down, and then we're going to open this up, and then that's the diaper pouch. That's all there is to it. Isn't that, there's no glue, no adhesive, and it just holds it in place. And you can see it's the same sheet of paper, but you just get a little different design or different width depending on how far you fold down your diaper fold. Okay, so I'll be back as soon as we'll get ready to decorate this. Just a second. Okay, so when I made this inside liner, and you don't have to do the lining on it, I just thought it would bring the two pieces together. I think sometimes we overcomplicate things with when we try to measure things, when sometimes just a simple tracing would do. And so that's what I'm doing in this case. My pattern, or my paper, definitely has a pattern and a direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay the top part of my diaper fold, or my diaper pouch, on here. And just with the pencil, I'm going to go ahead and mark where that's at. Okay, and so I've got my pencil line. And you know, you can go back to your trimmer or scissors and cut that out. So I'll have that cut out next. Okay, so I have our diamond piece that will fit into the top here. And you know, to find out how, I guess, long to make the diamond from here, I just measured again what from here to here was, and mine happened to be, you know, I needed a little over 2.5. So just go ahead and with a little bit of snail, we'll put our, I guess, the inside designer paper on the inside of our little diaper pouch. And to make this layer here, you'll need some punches. This is a 1-inch punch, a 1 3/8 inch punch, and the scallop punch. So I'll get some cardstock here, and we use the pumpkin pie. Get a punch out of that. This is the strip left from when I cut the 8.5 by 11 sheet size. And we're going to need, oops, the 1 3/8 punch. And then for the center part of the designer paper, we'll need the 1-inch punch. And again, this is just part of the diamond, or part of the piece that I cut off, so I can kind of pick where my image is at, and that looks like a good one with the three palm trees on it. So we'll go ahead and layer. So I've got the 1-inch circle on top of the 1 3/8, and then layer that onto our scallop punch. And then we'll get our dimensional, pop that on the back. And let's see, let's put that guy right there. Okay, and then the ever popular Teeny Tiny Wishes and my word window and modern label punch will make the top part here. So just with some scrap of Whisper White, and I'm using Old Olive ink. Get our punches out of the road for just a second. Inking up the Happy Father's Day from that stamp set. Take our word window, punch that out. And I hope that some of you gals that are my customers or that have been following me, I get a lot of, you know, people are always asking, gosh, you know, what are some of the basic things that I should have on hand? What would you recommend? I just keep saying, gosh, you know, the Teeny Tiny Wishes, word window, and modern label will just take you oodles and oodles of places. So that is part of what I would always consider a basic stamp kit. And we'll get that lined up. And another dimensional. Thanks. And we'll get our pouch that we are making here. And I might put this one up a little higher so that we can, all of our goodies will show. Okay, so again, that's just going to hold a little treat, you know, for your dad on Father's Day, and also you can tuck in a little gift card. And I think for time purposes, we'll go ahead and we'll make this this little card on something else. Okay, so that's, whoops, that's our little Father's Day pouch. Don't forget, the guys in our lives like to receive gifts too. Thanks everybody. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.